In this webinar, we will cover how to create personal contact groups in your West Hartford Public School Google Mail. Things you should know. Personal contact groups are available from your individual email accounts and they are not accessible to anyone else. Once you create a personal contact group, you can export that group and then have another West Hartford Public School Gmail owner import it as well. The most difficult part of the process is collecting the email addresses for creating the groups. For parent emails, you may want to gather that information from PowerSchool or utilizing a Google form. For staff, you may have to compose an email and then copy the email addresses into the group. I'm going to cover that in a minute. And for students, you may also want to use a Google form. To begin creating a contact group, I'm in my Google email. In the upper left-hand corner where it says Mail, I click on this down arrow and choose Contacts. This is where my personal contacts and personal contact groups live. I can expand and condense my contacts as well. To create a new group, I'm going to click on New Group at the bottom, and I'm going to call this, name it, and click OK. It now gets listed on the left-hand side where my contact groups are. I'm going to click to open that group, and there are currently no contacts in that group. I have 3 button options at the top. The middle one allows me to add new contacts to the group, and I could, if I wanted to, start typing here. I have a spreadsheet of parent emails, so I'm going to drag over and press Control-C to copy. I could have chosen copy up here as well. And I'm going to go back to the contact group add button and Control-V to paste. When I click this add button, I have now added these contacts to the 2014 Grade 5 parent group. Once I've created my contact group and added parents or emails into that group, I can click on an individual and add additional information and notes about that person. I also have a More option where I can delete that contact as well. When I click on the group name itself on the left-hand side, the More button allows me to rename or delete the entire group. To use this new group in an email, I click back on the West Hartford Public School icon in the upper left-hand corner, which I call Home Base. It takes me back to my email inbox. I click on the Compose button, and when I'm in the Compose button, because I'm sending this out to a group of parents, I'm going to use the BCC field so that parents don't see each other's emails, they only see their own. I can begin to start typing the name of the group that I created, and I can click that group name right here, and it will add all the email addresses in that group. If I can't remember the group name, I can click the BCC or the To field, and it will take me to the Select Contacts dialog box. In here, a list of all my groups that I've created exist. I can select a particular group, and I can also start to create subgroups from this group. Maybe I have parent volunteers in the classroom, and I could save this as a separate group, or I can just select them and add them to my email. I then type out my email and click send. If I'm going to create an email group of West Hartford Public School employees or students, it's a little bit different in terms of the process. Again, I would go up to Mail and choose Contacts, and I'm going to create a new group, and I'm going to call this my Grade 5 Teachers. And let's, when I click OK and I go to Grade 5 Teachers, and I go to add teachers to this group, you would think that at this point I could start typing in email addresses and it would pre-fill with what's in the West Hartford address book, but it doesn't do that from the contact group area. It only pre-fills with contacts that you already have in the contact group. A way to get around this, however, is to go back to your Gmail account and compose an email. You can use the West Hartford email here, and let's say it's Linda and I can now take these 3 teachers. I'm going to do Control A, selects them, and Control C copies them. Again, Control A selects them, and Control C copies them. And now I'm going to go back into the contacts, back to my grade 5 teachers. Click in this area on to add them, and Control V to paste. And I have now just created my grade 5 contact list.